hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lizeth for those of you that are new, and today I'm going to be doing a foundation and contour routine using all drugstore products. I decided to do this because I know that I usually do a full face while I'm teaching you guys how I do my eyes, but I thought why not go into a bit more detail into why I use certain products and why it works for my skin type and so on, because I thought it would be a great way to help you guys out, especially for those girls that have oily to combination skin. I want to really show you guys what I use and the type of products that I use in order to keep my face matte but not looking dry, because I think that's something that a lot of girls have an issue with, especially if you have oily to combination skin, is that we use a lot of products that make our skin look matte and make our skin look dry because we think that that's going to work best. But there are products out there in the drugstore that help us look dewy and not oily, if that makes sense. If you guys like these type of videos, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. It really does help me out to know what you guys want to see, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below so you can be updated on all of my latest videos. And I think that's all I have to say, so let's get straight into the video. Okay guys, so here I'm starting off with this CN 24-hour moisturizer cream. It's very important to hydrate your skin and make sure that it's very clean and hydrated before you put on any foundation. Hygiene is very important, and of course we want to have a clean base at all times. And now I'm moving on to my lips, and here I'm using the Papaya Gold Pore lip balm, and this is such an amazing lip product guys. If you have very dry chapped lips, this is perfect for you because it really does moisturize your lips, and in my opinion it's much better than a normal lip balm. Next I'm going to be moving on to color correcting, and here I'm grabbing this NYX Conceal palette, and I'm going to be using this salmon shade down here. Now I don't really have dark circles, but I do have a bit of discoloration underneath my eyes, and this salmon color does cancel out any bruising underneath your eyes. So I'm going to be placing this in order to look much more awake and much more brighter, and just make my skin look much more flawless to when I apply my foundation and my concealer on top. Likewise, if you have redness around your face which you want to cancel out, then using a green base color corrector is much better because this cancels out any redness that you have. Color correcting is a crucial step if you have dark circles or if you have redness, because it just makes you look a lot more awake and a lot more flawless, as you can see here the difference after I use the corrector. Next, moving on to primer, here I'm grabbing the NYX Angel Veil Primer, and I'm going to be placing this on the areas that get the most oily, so that will be on my T-zone. I don't think that it's convenient to put primer all over your face, just because I don't see it necessary. I just think that you should use it on the areas that you need it the most, depending on what the primer is for. So mine is for oil control, so I'm going to be placing that on my T-zone, and then I let it set for a couple of minutes before moving on to my foundation. So because of my skin type, I'm going to be mixing these two foundations, and for anyone that's on a budget, these are absolutely amazing. They make you look matte but not drying, and doesn't make your skin look patchy at all, and is very long lasting. And in order to give my face a bit more of a highlighted look, I'm going to be grabbing this L'Oreal True Match highlighter to look a bit more dewy and not so matte. If you have oily skin and you're worried about looking oily throughout the day if you use a liquid highlighter in your foundation, I truly do recommend you give it a go, because it does make your foundation look a lot better and make it look a lot more like skin and less mattifying and less harsh. So I really do think that you should give it a try and don't worry about looking oily. As you can see, I start downwards and then I go upwards, just because it allows me to cover up my face evenly and spread out the foundation evenly as well. This way I make sure that I don't miss any areas of my face. Grabbing this Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade medium, I'm going to be using this to highlight and conceal underneath my eyes. Because we already used the color corrector previously, I don't have any issues or any worries that any of the discoloration is going to peek through the foundation. So I'm just going to go ahead and put on as much as I need. Also on my chin, down the bridge of my nose, and on my forehead, just to give me a bit more of a highlight on those areas as well. And then to cream contour, I'm using this LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade, I think is Espresso, and I'm going to be placing this on all of the areas that I like to contour. So as you can see, I like to draw a line and then kind of draw a shadow going upwards, just so that when I blend it in, it can look more like a shadow rather than just a sharp line. And the reason why I chose this concealer, even though they don't sell it in Boots or Superdrug, it's still very affordable and can be bought online. And here I'm going to carve out my nose slightly just to give it a bit more contour. And contouring your nose and highlighting your nose does give your face a bit more of a balance and does balance everything out rather than looking just highlighted and contoured on the outside areas. And then here I'm just blending that all out with this damp blender by Real Techniques. So as you can see now, after doing all those steps, my face looks highlighted and contoured without looking very matte and dry and patchy. So if you have oily to combination skin, don't be worried to use anything that is going to make your skin look dewy, because as you can see, it looks very flawless and very much like your skin, but better. Now, just to blend it in a bit further, I like to use the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus Water, just because it makes everything look a lot more smoother. So I like to just place this all over my face and then pat it in with this blender, just so that everything can blend in together and look seamless. And finally, I'm going to end this tutorial with baking, because this is crucial in my foundation routine. And here I'm grabbing the Beignet banana powder, and I'm going to be placing this underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, on my chin and also on my forehead. The reason why I wanted to end on this note is because baking is very important in my foundation routine. It's what I do every single day, and it prevents my concealer from creasing and it prevents any oils to peek through as soon as I've left my house. So this is very important for me, and I think it's very crucial for anyone that has oily to combination skin. So yeah, this is the last step that I wanted to share with you guys. And in 3, 2, 1, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I enjoyed sharing you guys my tips and tricks on how I achieve a flawless foundation routine. This is just the things that I do. Obviously, you guys don't have to do this, but it's just what I like to do for my skin type, and I hope you guys enjoyed it and are taking away any of my tips. And I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Bye!